And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Shooting Mechanic, and as you can see, from the title and what you can see on screen, we're looking at Cuties, the Netflix special, the one that has the online community on fire at the moment, aside from BLM and Antifa. This is probably number 3 on total what the fuck's going on right now. Let's see, you got COVID, you got the BLM protests, and you got Cuties. So I've been looking through, and I cannot see one video saying that this movie is a good idea. Because look at this, you got Elvis the Alien, you get Cuties, a disturbing Netflix movie that exploits children. And then you got, I watched Cuties because you told me to, and now I'm on the FBI watch list. And Cuties, the film that got Netflix blasted by the government. The worst scene in Cuties. Cuties movie. Deconstructing the culture with Ben Shapiro. Cuties sparks calls for boycott of Netflix. Cuties is worse than you think. Is Cuties illegal? Netflix movies is Cuties is worse than I thought. Most craziest scene in Cuties. Netflix Cuties has gone too far. You get the gist. You get the natural drift of things. So here we are. I got something special for you all 18 of you planned. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Cuties trailer. God damn it.
$88. Ouais. Mais qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Il se passe quoi là? Vous faisiez quoi à la gare?
On va danser au concours.
Je danse avec vous. Quoi?
Oh mais les gens t'ont grave kiffé que tu vois tous les likes qu'on a eu.
Vous savez où passe l'esprit du mal? Ce sont ces femmes dénudées.
Pour le mariage de ton père. Regarde comment elle te va. Tu es une femme maintenant.
T'étais où là? T'as foutu quoi?
J'étais en retard.
En retard? Je suis désolée.
Me dis pas.
Non, tu l'as volé? Oh la dégueulasse, j'y crois pas.
À quoi tu joues là, ami? Qui es-tu, ami? Laisse couler l'eau, ma chérie. Les péchés s'effacent avec.
Vous avez quel âge?
11 ans. 14.
And that is our train wreck for the day. Now, if you weren't familiar with Cuties, well, you sure as hell are now. Damn. The reason I'm coughing so much is not only do I smoke a lot, but there's also, fires in California, and all the smoke is drifted over here to Idaho. And you should see the skies right now. God, looks like fucking London. Without all the rain. Skies are just gray and gloomy all the time. Yeah, it's a real fucking blast. Air quality is going downhill. Thank you, California, for fucking over the country yet again. So, I watched some of Cuties as far as I could get into it, and I only got 20 minutes in, and I got 5 pages of notes. And I'm going to read those notes to you verbatim today. Alright. So, it starts out like this. Have it all in my notebook. The movie starts out with our main character doing an art project of her family while a song is being sung in a foreign language, probably by her mother in the background. Our main character begins playing with her older brother as siblings do. The family then proceeds to go to a religious service, and after the service, our character makes her way to a laundry room where she sees a girl about 10 to 12 years old dancing in a very sexual manner, wearing tight black pants and a short red shirt. And then she proceeds to straighten her hair with a clothing iron. So far, all I've noticed about this film is that it was mostly filler between very uncomfortable scenes that are hard to watch. This same girl is seen again just a few minutes later as scantily clad as ever, wearing a red short skirt, looking like some sort of Thai hooker out on the town. And all the... What the hell? Oh. So all the kids do some weird... Alright, so this is kind of off page, but yeah, like all these... Yeah, they all like get together and like our character Amy is watching. And they're all like doing some like mannequin challenge thing. You remember the mannequin challenge where it was like freeze in place, you know, some sort of weird shit like that? Where they were doing this weird freeze in place mannequin challenge thing. And they're just standing there. And every girl there is just as bad as the girl that was in the laundry room, just as dressed scantily clad, and you know, like they're about to, you know, take a walk down the red light district. And it says, and these girls are like, obviously their behavior is really odd. They're just standing in place in some sort of frozen motion. If my camera was on, I'd show you, but I'm like kind of like trying to mimic it the best I can right now, and I probably look like a total idiot. And she notices that these girls are obviously supposed to be in class, right? And then she's like, hey, get to class. And she's like kind of like nudging them, and they're willfully ignoring this woman. Like she nudges her, and one of them like kind of gets off step, you know, then like corrects herself, and then just like stays there again. They know they were talking to her. They know that she was talking to them, and they're willfully ignoring this teacher or like some sort of faculty member at their school, which is a recipe for disaster. You'll never win that one. And they continue to pose in place. She goes on to talk to, the other girl dressed like a hooker, for lack of a better word, and notices that she's on her cell phone and says, hey, you can't have cell phones, put that away. Again, they willfully ignore her, so she takes the girl like down to like her office. I assume she's the principal or something. And all the other girls just start like having like a hiss fit. Like they're like, hey, you can't do that, like that's freedom of speech, da 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 da. And it's like as if they know a damn thing about anything and being, 11 years old. I mean, you know how smart we thought we were when we were 11 years old? Now, how the fuck old are we? We're like, we're on our 20-somethings, 30-somethings. And we're like, man, because like I think about myself when I was 11 years old, and boy, I was, sake for a better word, I was fucking retarded. Jesus Christ. So, our character is, so it cuts to our character being at home, and is practicing the dance moves that she saw the other girl with the girl with the bad parents doing, pretty much. And she has her shirt tied up like Daisy Duke style. And it comes to a light twist that our main character's father has married another woman, and her mom seems to be taking it okay at first, and then turns out she was just hiding up her feelings. And she's obviously taking it very hard, as any woman would do. This man has taken another wife, and she feels illegitimate because of it, and I can understand. But yeah, she's practicing her dances. She has her shirt all tied up, Daisy Duke style. And then she notices her mother starts coming into her room, and she couldn't get the knot in her shirt untied fast enough, so she hides under her bed, and she overhears all this. Where was I? Shit. Okay. Oh yeah, so her father marries another woman, and is come to light that this not only has her father married another woman, has taken another wife, but is also bringing her back home to Amy, her brother, and her mother, and they're all going to live in the same house, which, Jesus Christ. And let's see. And keep in mind that our character is hiding under her bed to avoid getting caught by wearing her Daisy Duke shirt, and she overhears all this happening. Our character is also distraught by this news and begins to tear up and cry. the movie cuts to a grocery store. Our character sees the same group of girls again as they goof off in the store and are like laughing and tripping over each other, and they appear to take things that they didn't pay for. And they're still dressed clad as ever. And then we're now outside the store, and our character has followed this gaggle of teen pregnancies waiting to happen, and she watches them dance, like over a fence. Like, she walks up to this fence and she hears the girl. She like has her brother like hold the baby, and her brother's protesting. She's like, "Oh, the baby's too heavy," whatever. And she's like looking at these girls over the fence, and her brother is complaining the whole time and blah blah blah. So it makes those girls hear them over there, and they spot her looking at them over the fence as they're dancing. They're dancing by like this rail yard, like at this train depot of sorts. And they immediately become aggressive and begin calling her horrible names. They start throwing rocks at her. And one of those rocks like pelts her right in the forehead. And this is... God, I can't believe this. This is where any other reasonable person would have walked away and never pursue anything with those girls ever again. Credits should have started rolling right there. But I guess this movie really needs to happen, and obviously, these are girls, so they're obviously, not very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, smart in certain situations. Like, reasonable, like, they're already not very reasonable to start out with, when they're, when their heart rate is up. And also you got to mention that this is a child, and remember how dumb we were as children. And, plot, this movie has to happen. So she starts, so it cuts to her going home, she's all pissed because she got hit in the head with a rock, obviously. So she starts wearing her little brother's shirt, like her little brother's shirt, it comes up to like her sternum. It's a shirt like really, really small. It comes like the bottom of her sternum, like it's barely covering her chest and back, and ugh. So she's wearing her brother's shirt, and her brother is obviously pissed about it, because he's like, "Hey, that's my shirt, that's mine," like siblings are, like they bitch and they moan, but hey, that's his shirt. He's right. Why are you wearing a shirt? He's like, it doesn't fit you. Well, yeah, obviously, God bless innocent souls. He didn't know why she was doing it. So yeah, he's rightfully ticked off about it since it's his shirt. Then she goes on to steal her father's phone. And all this happens, and we're only 16 minutes into the movie. So yeah, she steals her father's phone because he has returned and needed help loading stuff back into the house. And she sees it on the seat of the vehicle and takes it. So the father returns and has gifts, mostly clothing. And she comes into contact with the dance troupe at school, and they recognize her and continue to antagonize her and make her spill all of her school supplies and bully her. And so that's when the girl, that, laundry room girl, kind of comes to her defense and being like, "Oh, hey, stop doing that. You don't need to do that. Like, that's fucked up." And the other girls, they just keep going. They're like, every time she picks up her stuff, like, they smash it back down to the floor. And she's like, "Oh, come on, it's just a joke." And the other girl is like, "I'm not joking." God, kids are just terrible people sometimes, don't you think? Kids are just cruel. Goddamn. So it cuts to after school, and we see laundry room girl running down the hall, carrying like a piece of clothing with some dude. We don't see this guy, but you can hear him coming up behind her. And laundry room girl convinces Amy, our main character here, to hide her in her house or something until the guy goes away. So that happens. Turns out this girl like stole this guy's shirt. Why? I can't remember. But yeah, but so yeah, she notices the cut on Amy's forehead and like helps her disinfect by using like this weird white powder and like spit on her finger and like rubbed it on there. Rub some dirt on it, right? But anyway, So yeah, there's a lot of filler and blah blah blah. And then it shows the girl sitting in the bathroom, and like here's the girls talking about sex and rape. Anyway, keep in mind, these are 11-year-olds talking about sex and rape. And, normally these topics wouldn't come around until, like at least 13 or 14 years of age when, you gotta start talking to your daughters about sex and, talking to them, about how they can prevent themselves from getting taken advantage of, and like, and things like that. Because, once kids start getting older, you kind of start losing control of what they're doing. So the best thing you can do is give them advice on how to be safe. And as these girls were talking about this sex and rape, they clearly don't even know what either of those things are. Because, here, let me look at my notes here. Okay. And they're talking about how they think rape is when the man's penis goes through the woman's entire body and would impale her and come out of her mouth. Excuse me, what the fuck? Okay, and they also talked about sex. Oh, and keep in mind, they don't say penis one time. They keep calling it their thing. So, and if that is not a reminder of just how young these girls are, they won't even say penis. They'll say his thing, or their thing, or their pee-pee, or some shit. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. And, like, yeah, I remember, like, one of the, like, verbatim, the girl's like, so, like, I heard it's rape, like, if his thing, like, goes, like, he sticks his thing in, and it goes through your entire body and, like, comes out your mouth, and they're like, oh, they don't get that long, or whatever. And then they talk about how they've seen their siblings' penises, their brother's penises, and they're like, see, they're not that long, they can't do that. And Amy comes out of the bathroom, and it's not shown, but it's implied that these girls all turned pornography onto one of the girls' phone so they can see what a penis looks like. And it is just the most horrid thing. And they're like, oh, your phone's like reception's blurry, your screen's dirty, or whatever, can't see it. So, as this is happening, like, some teenage boy, he's like maybe like 13, 14 years old, like, walks by, and they, and they see him through the doorway, and all these girls, of course, just swoon over him. He's like a real, boy band looking type of guy, and they talk about, one second. And they talk about taking a picture of his penis, while that they call his thing, keep that in mind. And then the girls peer pressure Amy to actually attempting to do it by sneaking in to the boys' restroom, recording with a cell phone, and try to catch him taking a piss into the urinal. And she gets caught. And he's like, oh, what the fuck you doing, you perv, da-da-da-da-da, rightfully so. And keep in mind, that was 5 pages of handwritten notes in a notebook. And I was only 27 minutes into the movie before I kind of called it quits. For now. If you guys want like a part 2, where I do like another half hour of the movie, then, so you guys don't have to watch it, and I'll, take that one for the team, I guess, then that's something I'd be glad to do. But I don't want to, do this if nobody's gonna, like, see or hear about it. I don't want to be wasting my time on this or anything. And now that you guys have stared at my blank, stupid screen for a while, let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of these scenes. This is It says the worst scene in Cuties, and it says sometimes I don't even know I'm living in the real world, and then I remember it's 2020. So we'll take a quick look at this, and we'll decide if we want like a part 2 or 3 or whatever, because I don't know if this is something I actually want to experience, but we'll see.
C'est bon, ta mère, elle se repose avec sa tante, ça va mieux. Attends. C'est mon téléphone, ça. C'est toi qui l'avais pendant tout ce temps? On l'a cherché ensemble, tu m'as dit que tu savais pas où il était.
S'il te plaît, j'en ai besoin.
Tu veux que je te le rende? Pourquoi? C'est mon téléphone.
Rends-le-moi, s'il te plaît.
Arrête tes conneries, je te le rends pas.
Donne.
Non.
Okay. What? I am not liking this one bit. Do not tell me.
Tu fais quoi, là?
What? What?
T'es taré, toi.
Rends-le-moi.
Lâche-moi.
Rightfully so.
Lâche-moi,
What
je te
the
dis.
fuck?
Rends-le-moi.
Lâche-moi. Ah!
What the fuck's she doing to him?
Ami! Mon téléphone! Ouvre la porte! Ami, mon téléphone! Je bouge pas, de toute façon! Mon téléphone! Oh! Ouvre la porte! Oh!
Whoa, whoa,
Ouvre,
whoa.
Midi!
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Vas-y, ouvre la porte, là! J'ai pas le temps!
Oh my god.
Oh! C'est moi, quoi!
No. Nuh-uh.
Allez, là, ouvre la porte!
She cannot be fucking serious. Who in the world?
N'importe quoi.
On utilise.
Okay, I need to take a breather. What the fuck was that? What? Okay. Okay, I'm cool. I'm good. All right. All right. No, I am not good. What the fuck was that? Who authorized this? That is absolutely insane. This show is catnip for pedophiles. Who let this happen? Who? Who let this happen? God damn it, Netflix. And like, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. There are people out here who will defend this movie until the very end. There are people out who will defend it until their death. You know, and then haunt the fucking internet somehow and continue to defend it after they've been put 6 feet under. What? Oh, God. Ugh. Okay. I'm just gonna pretend that I gotta be having some sort of like fucked up nightmare, right? Right? Okay, okay, and we got another one. This can't be as bad as the other one, right?
وألحق أرواح العلي بنفوسها وأعطاك من نور السناء ضياء وأحكم أسياء وأرسل حكمة وسير آمال الكيان هباء فذاك الذي يجري إلى غير آية ويبلو أقمار الشهود عساء وتوصله يؤتي صباحا
What? 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 Oh, bro. I don't know which is worse, this one or the other one. Dude. How can anyone defend this?
Somebody call me.
How can anyone defend this? I don't understand. I don't understand. How can anyone in good faith, in good conscience, defend this shit show of a film? You can't. You can't. Like, anyone who defends this show is like, it's either like a pedophile. Anyone who defends this show likes touching kids. I'm sorry, but not like that. That's the fact. Anyone who defends this show, you know, needs to be put on a fucking watch list and have their freaking ice cream truck searched. Like, what the fuck? So, please, guys, I need some feedback. I need you guys' comments, your likes, and your subscriptions. I really need some feedback on this because I don't want to waste my time frying my eyeballs on this shit if you guys aren't gonna watch it. I don't want to be wasting my time. I don't want to put myself through that kind of torment. I'm sure you all know that. So please give a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I actually legitimately like reading through your comments because that lets me know that people are watching and that people are engaged enough in what I'm doing. And I like to think that, you know, some of what I'm doing might make a difference or something like that. You know, like, you know, fuck, I don't know. Anyway, you guys have a good one. And I'm going to go wash out my eyeballs with bleach. You guys have a good day.